Oh my God.
183 and a half, 184 ball speed.
I nuked it. That's gonna be 330 in the air.
I reckon it might be 340 in the air.
We are doing a driver fitting. Last year at around this time, I got fit for the Cobra Aerojet with the hazardous green shaft. We're gonna see if this shaft's still good for me. My swing's changed a lot in the past year, and I am very excited to see the numbers, the results, if this is the right shaft for me or if I need a different one, whatever it may be. But we got Jack helping us out with the fitting, but I'm ready to go.
Take you down to the van and measure it. We're gonna get some baseline numbers off it, but literally I've got some machinery down there too that we'll measure length, swing weight, flex, so you will know a bit about
stuff I didn't even know we were doing. Okay, cool, let's go.
It's been cut at 44.75, but the finished length's 45, so this is what they call their tour build. And then this,
I don't even know what's going on.
this is going to tell us the flex. It's actually a good example. So Project Techs use a scale that's 6.5, 5.5, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the higher the number, the stiffer the flex. That ruler and this machine calibrated together will tell us, so 260 cycles at 44.75 cut, that will tell us exactly how close it is to that 6.5. So I'll show you that in a number in a second. The 1.6. It's not good or bad, right? We know everything that we need to know about that.
Cool. Okay. I still don't know what I need to know about.
Your driver is playing at 7.8 on that FM scale. So I know yours says 6.5 on it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean to say that's wrong. It's just that's a 75 gram product.
Yeah.
The green is really, really stiff. So it's playing like, if you thought that 7.0 was X, it's nearly 8.0, so it's almost double X.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I like that. Let's go.
So first things first, let's see what this is up to.
Yeah, few warm-up shots, you know.
And also, let's talk to me a little bit about the driver. What's good about it? What's bad about it? Is there something you're hunting for?
My driver is probably one of the better clubs in my bag. I feel like if I get a little bit quick, like I could have a terrible day. I could duck hook it a lot. Sometimes I leave the face a little bit open if I'm like lagging behind per se, but that's also just a bad swing.
So if you do really go after it, which way does it go, left or right?
Left. Okay. Definitely left, yeah.
And what do you want your miss to be, left or right?
Probably right, preferably, yeah.
And what shot shape do you try and play the most?
I try to feel a fade. I hit a baby fade, but usually because I have a natural draw, so when I feel the fade, sometimes it still draws a couple of yards.
Yeah. That one was a pretty slim draw.
Yeah, that was a draw, right. But I mean, I really don't like to shape it very much, but if I have to play a shot, I feel like the fade is less room for error when I hit a fade.
Yeah. So is that good or is that the miss?
I honestly lost it.
It's just on right, like it started to tail right.
I would say that's a little bit of a miss. Yeah. That's a miss.
But that's not very common to see it go that way.
Not really, no. That swing I got really quick, but sometimes if I go more after it and I'm more balanced, then it'll go left. That one I just got caught here and my face stayed open.
Yeah.
That was a little better.
How bad is that for your left miss?
That's not that bad.
Right.
I mean, that's like, what, 10 yards left to target,
yeah,
5 yards?
15, ended up 15.
Okay. Guys, if you want to get a fitting done at Cool Clubs or with Cool Clubs, there's multiple locations around the country, is that right?
Yep.
I'm here in Scottsdale, but if you want to do it anywhere, wherever you're at, 25% off the fitting fee. If you come in and say, yeah, I watched the next video, go to Cool Clubs, link down below if you want to sign up for a fitting, and make sure you just use my name. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Well, we don't want to burn too much energy on your driver. I'm just basically looking for a few things, seeing if your speed starts to plateau, which it did, 121 mile an hour. It's kind of where you finished up exactly. You turn 121 miles an hour into 180 ball speed. That's great. All right, that's a really good energy transfer. So the head's springing off the face as it should. You hit up on the ball 4 degrees, which is great. You know, that maximizes launch and spin potential, but you're only launching it at 11 on average and 2300 on average. So the only reason why that's at 23 is because you had that high right, and that spin rate was 3100.
Oh.
So let's just ignore that 3100 because of the miss for a second.
Yeah.
Now you're averaging 2000 with the other right miss at 23. All of these normal shots with draws are 1900. 1900 launching at between 9.5 and 11 is low.
Too low.
Right. Yeah. But it's interesting because in the interview you're saying, you know, I hit it a little high, I'm trying to knock the ball down.
Yeah.
So it's like finding out right now is like what we're seeing, what you're seeing, and what you're seeing on the golf course. Is it an issue?
Yeah, it's funny because like a year ago, I kind of said in the beginning of the video that my swing has changed a lot in the last year. I actually started working with a coach a little bit, so maybe because of that, my trajectory's going down, my spin's going down, more than I've noticed. Because a year ago, like it was definitely my launch was super high, and you know high wind conditions. I'm struggling. Yeah, really is what is going on. So.
Okay, well right now these numbers aren't bad. It's going to be hard for me to like beat this driver.
Yeah.
It's like let's just dial it in. So first of all, we kind of assess the golf shaft, assess what you've got. We know what it is off the rack, but we've got this really cool software now, S3 technology. It's our like research and development arm of the business. We test every golf shaft, test like 15,000. So we put your speed in at 121, and we'll put your tempo in, which is quite a sharp tempo. And we look at our demo matrix. So the software's produced 3 best golf shafts, between 70 and 76 gram golf shafts in raw weight. And you're coming up as an 89. So what it's doing is finding driver shafts that have tested to be able to be played at 89. So we got a Mitsubishi Diamond whiteboard, we got a Ventus Black 7X, we got a TPT 15 low. So they're all at heavyweight, and they're actually quite low launch shafts, and that's just a byproduct. The quicker you are, the stiffer the product has to be, and it kind of knocks it down.
Right.
But first things first, I think let's look at head, right?
Yeah.
You had that set at 8 degrees, or is that at 9 there?
This is at 8. Would the spin increase if it's up a degree?
Yeah,
a little bit.
That's the first thing I would say is like,
gotcha.
You're not getting the launch and spin you deserve for what the move you're making is great, the energy's great, but if that ball was just to spin a bit more, and we're actually seeing this on tour a lot right now, guys are opting for a little higher spin than optimal because it gives them ability to shape it, keep it in the air a little longer. Okay. And just like yours, when that hook goes, it dives out of the sky and just runs left on you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would be the first thing I try. It's like, let's loft this up to 9 degrees and see where we go.
Do it. Let's get some carry distance. A little right.
It means it's visibly higher, right?
Way higher.
So your launch has gone from in that 9.5 to 11 range, and that one was 12.2.
What's the tour average?
That's at your speed. I mean, you're in that Rory range, and you're hitting up on it like him. But you're still launching it lower. You know, I'd expect to see 13, 14 degrees out of you. 13. And then you can kind of pick spin. I mean, within a degree, right? But
is that carrying further too?
Right.
I feel like it is.
Yes, because it's in the air a little longer, right? So the one that went down the left earlier, the most left one you hit was 304 through the air.
Yeah.
That one was 313, 314 through the air.
Wow. And I didn't really change anything except for the face.
Yeah, that's it.
See, looking at numbers like this, you don't really know like how to optimize your equipment. You don't even have to change your swing. This is what I learned last year in my last year's fitting. Like, there's so much that is going to improve your game just by knowing the equipment and fitting it to your swing already. So you'll take off maybe a couple strokes here and there just by changing up, you know, in this case, the loft, right? Sometimes you need to change the weights, you know? I don't really know.
These are the top 3 golf shafts that the software recommended. And like I've kind of stacked them in order of what I think flight will do. So this should be the highest flight. It's going to be the like smoothest feeling, maybe. That's personal. And then it's going to be a little lower, a little stronger, and then really low, really strong. And the reason I've done that is because we don't necessarily want it to be really, really low, because we're already like trying to pull flight up a little bit. But we want it to be stable. So it's like for you, it's that fine line of I don't care if you get another 5 yards longer than 99.999% of people out there. We want it to be just really, really tight grip. Right. So I think we can do that. Okay. You know, tighten up the golf shaft, dial it in just for you, and look at some other heads. All of these heads are in that same range, right? They're LS versions, the dark speeds there, the immediate upgrade from where you're at. Yep. But I'm going to take it to an extreme first. I'm going to go with the smoothest feeling, highest flighted shaft out of this, and the most forgiving, potentially highest spinning head out of that group. Okay. And just see what that gives us.
Love it.
And this is really an extreme. This is that 10K max. So it's not really aimed at you as a golfer, but we've had success with it because it's not a high spin head. Okay. And it's really hard to miss the golf course with this thing. Okay. And at $121, that's what you want.
Last time I hit a ping was my first ever set 12 years ago. Immediately, the head is way bigger.
It's bigger.
Way bigger. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that. I've always liked the smaller head as far as look goes. But yeah, you never really know.
And that's truly it. Like, this is the biggest legal limit head on the market.
Really?
That whole 10K story is like 10,000 inertia in those two different planes.
Okay.
So it doesn't get any bigger than that.
Gotcha, okay. Well, it went dead straight, right? Man. Can't complain with that.
Any feedback is good feedback. So like you've already said about the visual, like that's important. I want you to love what you're looking down at.
Oh, that's... See ya.
So we lost a lot of ball speed there with that. It was a miss. And it was 284 through the air and shorter. So, you know, the good news is like this is the far left end of that scale. We can slide him all the way back to the strong low. So.
Well, both of those swings, honestly, were not great. I did not hit middle of the face. I think they were both low, if I had to say, if I had to guess.
For sure.
Low in the face. It's actually a small face for how big the head is, to be honest.
All right, so we hate this.
It's actually coming out lower.
Right, and your angle of attack's increased, so you're literally just catching it on the bottom rail. So you've gone from 4 degrees to kind of 6 degrees, 5 degrees up. Okay. That was not it.
We went one extreme, now we know we got to get away from that.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to pull that head out again. You didn't like the look of it, it didn't perform, so it's gone. We don't want to waste swings. No, this one's not. This is the tour model. Triple diamond, but it's super forgiving. Again, I'm kind of still trying to keep within that range. Really, really forgiving tour model head.
Gotcha.
9 degrees, same, and exactly the same shaft. Cool. And if you start hitting this one wide, then I'm probably going to be like, all right, golf shafts 2 on that left side, that soft side.
Already look, I like a lot. I haven't hit this club yet. The AI. I'm excited for this one. Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, you pumped that thing. 13 degrees of launch, that's where we want to live.
That carried pretty far.
Yeah, just a hair over 2,000 RPMs, 2,050. They're actually the longest one of the day. 320 through the air, 351.
I launched that.
Yeah, that was great. That's numbers.
And I didn't even like go after that either. Like that was just a normal swing.
And I want to see your RPMs a little higher than that.
Really?
Because if it just hangs in the air a little longer, it's going to carry a little further, but it's also going to be a little straighter. People associate spin with like wide.
Yeah.
But in your case, if we get it under like 1900, 1800, it's just going to dive left.
Really?
And that's that shot you see, right? Just quick.
I mean, even that's going a little left.
That exactly right, and that's still on that low side for me. 2053 RPMs. Let's just pull that up a little.
Okay. Oh,
that's the miss, right?
Yeah, it was low in the face.
But just straight down the middle.
Yeah.
Literally, almost the straightest one you've hit today.
Yeah, lower ball speed, that makes sense.
The RPMs jump up because as you hit low, the ball rides up the face like a gear, just burns up spin. I don't care about those numbers, but I care that it went dead straight on a miss hit.
Yeah.
So I have one more with these, and then I want to use this head and I want to go the other end of the scale with the shaft.
Okay.
And see what you feel. Lost that one in the clouds.
I lost it right away.
It was left edge, it started left edge. Oh, it's money. It's
good.
Like just left of that tree there.
I had a good one.
179 ball speed, 13 degrees of launch, 2300. That's 326. That's the longest of the day.
325 carry. Okay, I feel like I didn't even catch that fully center either.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Which side did you catch it?
I would say a little bit towards the heel, or maybe a little bit high.
That's fine. But especially if it's high, because high would normally decrease RPMs. All right, so this head's good.
I like that.
This is basically the stiffest golf shaft within the matrix almost.
We like them stiff shafts.
He does?
What?
So weight is up, stiffness is way up, material's different.
Yeah.
Designed to do the same thing, but
I can already feel it. Oh.
What was that noise?
High toe.
Okay, that's the best high toe miss I've ever seen.
That went dead straight. I was on a rope.
Yeah, you lost all your ball speed, all right, 167. You missed the face, but it's still carried it 302.
Still carried it 300.
And it was the straightest shot you've hit today. So that's what this driver is all about, right? From Callaway, so sweeter from every spot.
Yeah.
The face is tailored for those misses.
Yeah.
Designed to go straight on those misses.
Nice. So far, I like everything about this. Look, feel, everything.
Oof.
Did the T come back?
T came back, yeah. Like I got to desk for protection. It's moving at like $120.
Killed you right there.
Yeah, honestly, I heard it. It like came in like a bullet.
Yeah, pretty good, right? But now, see the launch dropped down
it
a
went
little
low.
under, and the RPMs are down.
Yeah.
So let's go to the middle right now.
Yeah.
Because that was too low. That was pretty good, but I'm afraid that the dispersion was a little off.
Gotcha.
So let's just see that mid ground.
Yeah, 121 is my average swing speed. So just when I was getting my fitting done, I'll put a clip in here. But I was cruising around 117, so I've gained about 4 miles an hour.
Nice.
In the past year. That's left.
And you're swinging at 117 club head speed right now.
Oh my God.
183 and a half, 184 ball speed.
I nuked it. That's gonna be 330 in the air.
I reckon it might be 340 in the air. 1900, 325.
Wow,
So the
that's
RPMs are down a little.
Dang, okay.
But we can normalise that because that might be this. You've got a hair of a tailwind bunting out of the air. Yeah.
335 in the air.
Yeah, the tailwind's just making it dive a little bit.
Really? So tailwind is gonna make it carry less?
If your RPMs are low.
Oh.
If you have high, like TrackMan do a great study on it. I mean, can't recall all of it, but essentially, if you hit it high with low spin, the wind's like hitting it on the top of the ball and just punching it out the sky.
Yeah.
Whereas if you hit it high with spin, it's still trying to climb, and you're getting the advantage of the breeze behind you.
Yeah, the more you know.
We'll give that another run. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was. That was pretty good.
Much better launch.
It's gonna be a dead spin though.
Oh, right, I can
not
see
gonna
that in the air.
spin
You
it
saw
off.
it just start to just knuckle out a little. 1600 RPM. So and that's it. You lose all of that carry just because there's not enough spin on it.
You think the ball can make a difference too?
For sure. Yeah, you could play a spinnier ball like the X. We'll get the spin up, and like that's like how I would top off a fitting for guys. We have a ball fitting app, like Ping made that Ballnamic.
Yeah.
And if you're missing a couple of hundred RPMs that you just cannot get out of a club, then yeah, the ball will get you there.
Just a couple hundred? The ball will do?
Well, you know, if you were playing a pinnacle rock,
yeah.
and then you're like talking about going to a tour ball, you get a lot. But most guys are playing a decent golf ball, so there's not much wiggle room.
Okay. I'm hitting the spinnier ball now.
Crushed.
Yeah.
Might have been a little placebo effect there, I don't know.
Yeah, he gets excited with this one.
Yeah.
Club speed's up a little, ball speed's up a little, launch is in the right spot, but I think the RPMs are still going to be down a hair. Yeah, 2000, so it's good. I mean, this is better. This is definitely the best, right? I love that head.
I like the head too.
And between the first shaft and this shaft, which will be your pick?
I feel like I'm straighter with this one.
Okay.
The vent is black.
And there's not much more I can do with spin on that head right now other than loft it up. But your launch is in the right spot.
Yeah.
So I think you're right thinking about the golf ball.
Yeah.
Or tinkering with this a little bit.
Okay. What would you do to that to get more spin?
Well, now we can go back into the software and say, all right, this was great, and we love this. What's that EI curve, that profile look like? What's the weight? What is something that looks like that with a slightly softer tip section?
Gotcha. Okay.
Which really, in my head, is the sister shaft, which is the TR red.
TR red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably hit the QI, because the QI is a little spinnier.
Yeah. I actually tried the QI, and it felt pretty good
It did?
when I tried
well,
it.
let's try that. And love that.
That was so low in the face.
That was really low. Yeah, I mean, your RPMs dropped off. Sorry, your ball speed dropped off. 11.5 degrees, 3,200. Really dead straight, but.
That was 3,200?
Yeah, well, you said you hit it low, right?
Yeah.
That just spins it.
Duh.
Sim.
That was good.
Yeah, really nice. 183, 13.
It's on a rope. That carry, that might be the first carry.
2000, yep.
Maybe not the furthest carry.
Not quite the furthest, just because that launch is not quite 14 degrees there.
Keep forgetting to fucking turn this back on. This I like.
Better than the Cali?
I don't know. They feel very similar. Oh! Where'd that go? I don't even know where it went.
Straight.
Did it really?
Mm-hmm.
That felt like I hooked the crap out of it.
It was a little left, like
Okay.
15 yards, but not a hook.
Oh. If you told me with 40 yards left, I would have believed you.
See that one?
That was good.
High and just down the right edge.
Like a 3-yard fade. It was a good swing.
Yeah, 182 ball speed, launches in that right spot, 14 degrees with your angle of attack, perfect. 2,400, so nice. I mean, the good news is I think that golf shaft's pretty accurate. I think between that and the Callaway, it's tight.
Yeah.
Callaway went a little longer on a good one.
No, these both feel really good actually.
So I'm going to get rid of two
I might
shafts.
say I slightly like the Callaway better as far as like how it feels off the face
Yep.
than this, but this still feels really good.
Callaway did give you a little more ball speed on the good
Yeah.
one, that was all. So now I've done what we were talking about before, using the software to, and I've just like gone through the matrix, see what we've got. This tip in this shaft that I want you to try is about 14 or 15% softer,
Okay.
but everything else is kind of similar. Very stiff butt, stiff middle. Torque is within 0.2 of a degree. It's
Yeah.
like the same shaft with a smoother tip.
Okay.
So
I keep drilling him though with the tees. I don't mean to.
he's definitely not been drilling me, I promise everyone.
Probably
Okay.
So like I say, we're just purely testing out tip section of this shaft basically. Oosh.
sounding good.
It's
Yeah.
a
Nice
touch on the toe side.
Falling to the right fade, not really a fade.
Yeah. Well, I got after that one.
That was out the right window.
Way right.
Pumped it. Feel of the shaft,
It felt a little bit like at impact. Like,
vibrates.
yeah.
Let's kill it. No point in even hitting it again. DI is way softer.
That got height.
That was up. Yeah. 15. So now we're at the kind of peak of our launch, nearly 15 degrees. You don't really want to see that.
Yeah.
But that was like face open to path, so you're always
Yeah.
going to get higher launch, higher spin.
Ooh.
Reaction to the last shot, right? Like, hate seeing it go right. Okay, I'll pull it a little.
I don't even know where that went.
Just that is 15 down the left.
That was hammered just right. Honestly, in the 3 shots, I'm liking the smoke.
Smoke, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back there.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the Cobra.
That thing.
This is the dark speed, but the smoke feels like it. I mean, that feels like it jumps off the face, but it feels like it jumps on the face in every direction. That feels like I can control it better. Yeah.
It's just. I mean, it's hammered, but it's just spinning a little low, man. You mentioned it earlier. Tipping. Do we need to tip it? How much do we need to tip it? Some golf shafts. Well, tipping's considered like making the golf shaft stiffer.
Right. So I don't even think we need to in this case, right?
But when you tip some golf shafts, what we learned from our machine is it doesn't always do that. Sometimes it makes the tip section a little softer, launches a bit more, spins a bit more. So it
Really?
might be that that golf shaft needs a little trim to be even better for you.
Interesting. That was pummeled.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This feels so good. It feels so good.
That's the best you've had today.
That's the best
shoot,
swing.
Yeah. So you
122 swing speed with 335 in the air.
14.5 degrees launch, 2300. That's kind of what we've been hunting for.
Yeah.
Landing at 43 degrees. It's just it's a bomb.
I made it.
I went in.
Did it really?
There's your tee right there.
No way.
125 ball speed, club speed, 183 ball speed,
only-
15 launch, 2100, 330 through the air.
A little low spin. It's not carrying.
Normalised though, 336.
336.
And that was just because it was turning over there. It was low spin. That was all.
Okay. Do another one.
And you know the reason why that was low spin, you actually called it a hair out the toe.
Oh, really?
All right.
This is the combo right here.
So that's the same length as your existing driver. I see no reason to change that. You're not like
I don't think so either.
super wide with it. You know, this is what Cobra consider tour length. We consider our standard length at 45. Most drivers off the rack 45.75, 45 and a half. So it's still shorter, but obviously that doesn't hurt your speed. We're really
Right.
just going for control.
So it's 45 flat, mine, or is this
Yours is cut, so basically
44.75?
right, yeah,
Okay.
and then that butt cap gets it to 45 inches
Gotcha.
long. So I'd do the same thing as that. I'd
Okay.
finished at 45 inches long.
Would you assume that this is just the perfect fit, or would you do anything to the shaft? Or
So I mean that's kind of the funny one, right? Is like yes, there is a tipping code in here,
yeah,
but I can't tell everyone what the tipping code is. Like that's our secret sauce for,
Yeah.
for the software, like how we build and what's
Oh.
perfect for you.
okay,
But yeah, it'll
Gotcha.
have something done to it to make it Nick Delficos versus
Yeah.
the next guy that walks in the door.
I gotcha. Okay, He'll just tell me everything later. I'll keep you guys in. Guys, if you want to get a fitting done at Cool Clubs or with Cool Clubs, there's multiple locations around the country. Is that right?
Yep.
I'm here in Scottsdale, but if you want to do it anywhere, wherever you're at, 25% off the fitting fee. If you come in and say, yeah, I watched Nick's video, I thought it'd be really cool to get a fitting done, get some numbers, maybe get a set of clubs as well, whatever. I would highly recommend it because there's so much I learned just with the driver. Imagine you go to your irons and wedges like a year ago. I don't even know you can get different shafts for wedges, by the way. I swear to God. I've been playing golf for 10 years. I don't even know that. I always had standard wedge shafts because like you're not swinging as hard anyway.
You'd hit that left out the window.
Oh, so far left. Are you kidding me? And then my entire iron set's cut down a ½ inch because I have longer arms for my height. So it's little stuff you would never really know to do. But I would highly recommend, and Jack has helped me. He's done a wonderful job, knowledge and everything. Go to Cool Clubs, link down below if you want to sign up for a fitting, and make sure you just use my name. And yeah, we'll go from there.